Welcome back, Chroniclers, to another episode of the Shotokan Chronicles. In today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about coming back to training. Now that it's fall in the Northern Hemisphere, a lot of people are going back to training. And I know in the Southern Hemisphere, where it is coming into spring, some people are maybe stopping training because the way school seasons go, or summer vacations and stuff like that are going to be starting to come upon us. But now that it's fall here in the Northern Hemisphere, those vacations and those summer seasons are coming to an end. People are getting back to school, they're going back to work, and they're getting back into the groove of everyday things. And in that case, a lot of people are going back to karate. The thing is, we have to think about our bodies as we're returning to class. One, some of us are not as young as we used to be, and we cannot adapt, and we cannot get back into that physical ability at the top level, maybe that we were used to be at. You got to think about when you take a break like that you need to ease yourself in, not just because you may have forgotten the katas or you may have forgotten some of the techniques, but you have to think about your body and your ability. First and foremost, you're not going to have the same flexibility, you're not going to have the same stamina, you're not going to have the same strength and technical savvy as you may have had 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 6 years, whatever it may be. So you want to ease into your training. How do you do that? It's not a competition between people in karate. Yes, it's a competitive sport if you're doing sports karate, but as you're training and as you're developing, the only person you really need to worry about being better than is yourself. You don't need to be the same as the kids that have been training for even a month, because those kids are going to be faster, more flexible, and have a little more stamina than you if you're older like I am. You also have to look at the fact that those kids have a much more elastic recovery time. They get injured, they're going to get better. They get tired, they're going to get more energy. We are older. It hurts to stand up sometimes. You got to remember as well, as there are people that will not have left and taken vacations or breaks, or even if they did get injured or sick or whatever, they came back, because some people, karate is not just a pastime, it is their life. You know, they eat, sleep, breathe karate. In most cases, they're masters or they're very high level black belts. There are some lower level black belts that continue to train and continue to work, but they are continuing their training, so they move up in the ranks. Those of you that are just beginning or just in the lower ranks and you take time off, that's fine. And even if you're a black belt and you took some time off, that's fine. You're coming back to training. Coming back is the important part. That's all that really matters. You cannot progress in your training, in anything that you want to progress in, if you're sitting on the couch just talking about it. You want to get back to training, get back to training. If you're injury prone, if you have a bad injury, if you have some kind of illness, that doesn't matter. You can always do something in class. If the instructor says, "Well, you've got a bum knee, you can't train anymore," find another dojo, because even people in wheelchairs can do karate. And I have proof of that. One of my colleagues, and I'm going to do a shout out to Sensei Chris Troach in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. He has a magnificent dojo, and he teaches to special needs children and adults, where he has classes with several students that are wheelchair stricken. He has classes with people that have mental, physical, and other disabilities. That, to me, that's a hero. Those senseis that take their time and effort to work with people that may have a disadvantage, whether it is just simply an injury that they can't stand very long and have to do their training in a stationary regular chair, or those people that are physically bound to being in a wheelchair, they need to have some kind of outlet as well. Just because you're able-bodied doesn't mean that you're going to have the drive to do a martial art. Those that may be disabled, which I don't like that term, but those people that may have disadvantages, if they're out there busting their butts to do a martial art and to progress throughout the ranks, and all you're doing is sitting on the couch, maybe watching some karate videos and saying, oh, I'd really like to do that, but I got such a bad knee. Or, oh, I'd really like to do that, but I got a bum arm. Or, oh, I'd really like to do that, but I have a bad foot, or I have a busted up elbow, or whatever. It doesn't mount to a hill of beans when there's a guy in an electric wheelchair that can barely move his entire body, but he's in a gi and he's in a dojo training his butt off to the very best of his ability. Don't make excuses for yourself. Always find a way to train. If that is what you want to do, get up, get a gi, get in a dojo, and do it. Take a few minutes and visit the Great North Apparel. Use the coupon code Shotokan for 30% off of your order. Also, check out the link on the screen where you can purchase your very own The Shotokan Chronicles merchandise. Thanks for watching. Train safe, train hard. We'll see you next time right here on the Shotokan Chronicles.